Well, hello, everybody. How are we doing today? Welcome to the first ever Ask Life Sensei Today video, where I asked you, yes, you, for your questions that God has given me the answers to. Probably. Who knows? But I'm very excited to do this. And as you can see here, I have this little Google form, and I'm going to be trying it out. And I'm going to be answering your questions where we are just celebrating today. Well, hey there, Andrew. How are you doing? But I'm going to be answering your questions today. So let's get right into it, shall we? I have here, what should Isaac call you? And our first question today comes from Johnson. Well, Johnson, thank you for having the wisdom to ask for help. And he asks, I recently started working at a hospital and am nervous about my new coworkers. How should I build relationships with them without being too intense? This is a very, very deep question here because oftentimes when there's someone you want to be friends with, you can just go too fast and be like, "Yeah, well, we should go out. We should go to the mall, and then we should go see a movie, and then we should have dinner." But I think right here, Johnson, what I would say is since you started working at a hospital, that's a very high intensity job. So I think first you need to show your coworkers that you know how to do your job well. And assuming from the grammar and spelling here, I would say you're already doing a good job. So to build relationships with them without being too intense, just be yourself. And I don't know what your relationship status is, but ask your wife or your husband, I'm not sure, or your boyfriend, girlfriend, are they okay with you getting to know your coworkers? I can't imagine them saying no, but that's what I would say. All right. With that, we're going to get to our second time. Also, thank you to everyone who filled these out. I really appreciate it. This is a lot of fun for me, and I can't wait to see. And if there's anything you want to say in the chat, I can see your comments, so I greatly appreciate that. And yeah, I'm excited for it. So, our second question comes from friend. That's what I should call them. Well, friend, it's very sweet of you to be here. So they want advice. And what is the most useful life lesson you have learned so far in your life? That's a deep one. Not going to lie, that's pretty intense. If I had to pick one, though, there's one saying that I have to consistently tell myself and that everyone around me tells me, don't take life too seriously. That's what I would say. Because life is too short to be taken seriously. So, that is what I would say is the most useful life lesson. And if any of y'all have great pieces of advice, feel free to put them in there. I'd love to hear what you guys think. So, our next one up is from Big J. Ooh, I like it. They would like advice as well. How do I win Among Us? Also, are you the imposter? Well, to win Among Us, it's very simple. You would just have to be the last one alive. And then no matter what, whether you're the imposter or not, you win. So that's how you win. But in all seriousness, I mean, if you're the imposter, don't get caught. Remain calm at all times, because if you lose your cool, even if you're innocent, people are going to assume it's you. Unless you are just incredibly dynamic, then if you start being quiet and suddenly real calm, everyone's going to know it's you too. So know yourself when you're innocent, and then you'll always win. But am I the imposter? I'll never tell. All right. Thank you for your question. Next up, I should call them Your Majesty. Wow, okay. Well, Your Majesty, you would like advice. It's an honor. Is it true that Chuck E. Cheese is just a casino for kids? Well, I am not the imposter. What? And hey, Jordan, how you doing, man? But is it true that Chuck E. Cheese is just a casino for kids? Well, it depends on your perspective. Because really, anything with tickets where you could place bets is essentially a casino. That includes Dave and Buster's, That wow, I should have had more ready there. But yeah, is it true that Chuck E. Cheese is just a casino? Yeah, basically it is. You go there, except you're using your parents' money. So it's not necessarily a casino for kids, it's a casino for parents to get their kids to place the bets. So I would say it's worse than a casino. Good food, though. I just am terrified of giant mice. All right, so my next question is from Marcia. Advice, please. If you could have pool full of any special drink, what would it be? Now, a lot of these are anonymous, so I don't know really who wrote this, but they clearly know me because this is my introductory question. Your Majesty appreciates your answer. Well, thank you, Your Majesty. It is my absolute pleasure to be able to give advice to you, and I hope to answer more. But if I could have a pool of any special drink, what would it be? Banana milk. Always for me, banana milk, because we don't have it here in the States, and I like just miss it so much. And yeah, I really miss it. When I lived in Europe, I could get it all the time, and I can't find it here now. So that's what I would want a pool full of. It would be refrigerated too, though, so it wouldn't spoil, and swimming wouldn't be allowed, because I don't want people flavor in my banana milk. All right, next up, Jimmy John's. Okay. I started working in a nursing home, and a lot of the residents are very depressed around the holiday season. How can I encourage them when they can't see their relatives for Christmas? That's deep, Jimmy Johns. I think during this time, since we can't be around all of our family, we have to make do with the people around us. And oh, yes, Andrew, I did live in Europe. Where? The same place you were, dude. We're brothers, okay? But okay, to anyone else who wouldn't know, I lived in Bavaria in a little town called Grafenwehr, and it's spelled really weird. So look it up if you want. But how we can encourage those in nursing homes, I think the best we can do is to become as close to family as we can for them. Get to know your residents. If there was any special treat they were wanting, any special butterscotch candy or so. This is close to me because my grandmother recently passed away, and because we couldn't be there, we just had to watch on Zoom as she passed. But all I wanted to know was that she was being taken care of well. And I think that's the best you can do. Just be like family to them. And you can try and set up a Zoom call if that's what they would like and they can handle technology. But yeah, thank you for your question. Next up, we have one from WhackaMole. Oh, wow, that's a unique name right there. Oh, that's definitely not an alias. How do I let my girl slash boyfriend know that I want them to clean their car? It smells like nachos. I don't like nachos. Okay, first off, Whack-A-Mole. Since they're your girl slash boyfriend, this is really early in the relationship to not be liking a smell that the other person makes. So I'm honestly questioning how serious you are about the relationship. But, okay, you did ask, and I'm happy to answer. So, how do you let them know? Think about this. If someone came to you and then said, hey, I don't like the smell of your car. It smells like this food and I hate it. How would you feel? I wouldn't like that, and not only would I not like that, I would buy a nacho air freshener for the person who insulted my car. So, ask yourself if this is a relationship you want. That's what I got right there. Thank you for your question, Whack-A-Mole. All right, 8. These are flying by. From Will. Do you want advice? He is just sharing. Well, Will, nothing. Just some good advice. Never go to bed angry. It may be the last thing you do. True, Will. You sound as wise. You are a sage. and that is brilliant. I think that's a good lesson we all could learn. And Andrew says, my wife wouldn't tolerate nacho smell in the car. Well, Andrew, I mourn the loss of your nacho smelling car. But I understand. I wouldn't want to smell nachos 24/7 either. But, yeah. All right. And the last one for today. What should Isaac call you? Ms. Lisa, because Lisa would sound weird and Miss Bennett too formal. That's a long title. So I think I'll just call you Ms. Lisa. But, all right. Does your chewing gum lose its flavor on the bedpost overnight? Asking for a friend. I gotta be honest, I don't really chew gum past like 20 minutes. And once I take it out of my mouth, I just throw it in the trash. I don't like reusing gum. But for you, Lisa, Miss Lisa, I think what I would do is, I gotta be honest, I was really tempted to try this, but I just couldn't stand the taste of dust on my gum. So I don't really know. I don't think it would lose its flavor, but it definitely would gain a lot more flavors. So that is what we have for today. Thank you all very much for watching. And if you have any more questions for Life Sensei, feel free to let me know. I'll still have this Google document up, and I'll be happy to look at it. Thank you for tuning in. And you don't like reusing gum, so that means you have reused it before. Okay, I guess this does need to be addressed. No, I haven't reused it before, but sometimes when you chew gum enough, you do get the flavor back. I don't know how it works, but sometimes it does. But anyway, thank you all, and as always,